to Mindfully Spiritual. I will do readings for the collective where you may get some information that Spirit wanted you to know today. And because the last one I posted was talking about self-love, I decided to do a new card spread. I've actually not used it myself yet, so I have it written so I can know what each of the card is for. And we'll see what comes up. Okay. What do you got for us today, Spirit? Wandering path. Honor the journey. Uncovering treasures. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. And what else? Choosing your path. Okay. Okay, so we're talking about self-love today. So, self-love can be a wandering path, right? Because sometimes we like ourselves, and then sometimes we see things we don't like about ourselves, and we get uptight about it. And so in order to uncover that treasure, right, we have to go within and either do some reflection, meditate, journal. This card spread will help to give you a place to start, basically. And from that place, you can choose how you want to love yourself. There are tons of ways to express that, right? And so hopefully we'll get a little information about that. Okay, so this is just a 4-card spread. So we have one more shuffle. Okay. So we have 1 is something you love about yourself, Hierophant. 2, where can I be more patient with myself? 10 of Wands. 3, where can I be kinder to myself? Death. Energies and strategies to draw on, Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Let's get a little something let's get clarifiers for each one. So, 1 for Hierophant, 4 of Cups. 2 was on this one, so 1 for the 10 of Wands, please. Whoops, 2 of them, okay. So it is the Ace and 10 of Pentacles. Ace of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. 1 for Death, please. Thank you. Chariot. Okay. And we want 1 for the Queen of Pentacles as well. My hands today. Welcome in. Queen of Pentacles. Thank you. Thank you. Temperance. Okay. So we have something to love about myself. Okay. So one of the things that you like about yourself is that you have some strong spiritual beliefs, and they're mostly traditional, but you practice, you're very practiced, and you may actually be someone who could teach those practices, and or there might be someone in your life who is a mentor in that way. But this is really about your self-love, so I'm going to say you can teach the spiritual concepts, okay? That's one of the things you love about yourself, and one of the things you can bring forward to the world. It looks to me like you may be, your heart may be closed just a little bit, but you're fairly stable. So you're not like hating on yourself, but you're comfortable with the way you have built your resources, but you are still a little bit protected. Heart is protected. And then you have, where can I be more patient with myself? So it's the 10 of Wands, and the 10 of Wands is really, you've picked up too many burdens because nobody handed them to you. You picked them up. So you have, you need to be more gentle around the things that you set aside on your list. And it looks like you probably want to pare those down. and see which is, see what fills your cup, right? Only include those things that fill your cup. So you want to take a look at the things that you've picked up as and that feel like burdens, and measure that energy. Is it an energy you want to continue giving, or is it really sucking you dry, weighing you down? And it also means that you definitely know how to be nurturing and take care of a family, so you can do that for yourself too. So be gentle on yourself. If you are one who is somebody who takes care of others, please give that to yourself. It's really important. Basically, no one else is going to give it to you, right? And the third card is, where can I be kinder to myself? And we have Death and Chariot. So death is about transformation. It's about, and that's what we were talking about. So in order to transform, right, we have to be gentle because, why? Because it's hard. And that, remember that all transformation comes from within outward. So if we're beating ourselves up to transform, you usually end up with this burden stuff, right? You don't feel like you have the energy to get going, and that's really necessary. So be gentle with yourself. You have a strong will and focus. You're able to harness that. So when you are looking at this self-love, remember that when we're in something new, which is really what's happening with transformation, we still need a little extra. We're a little uncomfortable. We may be fearful. You know, it's better to give to yourself in this time of transformation, because it just adds to the energy that's being transformed. And the last one is energies and strategies you can draw on. So this one's pretty clear. Queen of Pentacles is very reliable, and she is abundant. She's very nurturing, and this card is indicative of self-care for me. So self-care is a really good strategy, and I don't mean like taking yourself to the spa, which is wonderful. I'm not saying don't do that. I'm saying self-care like commit to meditating 5 minutes a day. Commit to some daily practice that's for self-care. And I tend to use things that are part of my spiritual practice, like meditation. I'll use oracle cards. All of this is self-care for me because it is a conversation with the divine. So I'm basically getting direct information to take forward with me as I move forward. And the biggest, you know, one of the hardest things that many of us have is how to balance ourselves, how to be balanced, excuse me, how to be able to balance your head and your heart for self-love. This isn't necessarily balance in the outside world, but balance within. So we can give ourselves feedback as a way to adapt something if it's not working. We don't have to criticize. We don't have to judge. We can check in with ourselves. Are we giving too much? Are we giving too little? Where are we at in that? Have we not been giving to ourselves enough? Are we giving to other people too much? Like, where is the balance? My guess is your balance has been way too far on the taking care of other people's side. So this looks like it's much more important for you to spend some time focusing on what it is you need to live your best life. I use meditation, I journal, I also, believe it or not, create for Instagram because I do a daily affirmation on Instagram. And not only is that helpful for other people, hopefully, but by committing to that, I have, because I know that this is something that serves other people, I am committing to myself as well, because it serves me when I have a some kind of structure. I'm not, excuse me, I'm not parenting anymore, so I have this time that was spent parenting, and now I can use it for myself. So it is important to take a look at what works for you. And in my case, it is meditating. It's sometimes it's just taking a bath and quiet. I also do take space for myself, and by that I mean like nobody in the house, or I go out somewhere in nature by myself, because I find that silence is very soothing for me, or at least human silence. And so that's one of the ways that I will find balance, is if I've been working with people too much during the day, I need to take some time to balance that, right? Oh, I like this. This is like, it's so clear to me when we do these that you can't make this shit up. I mean, I shuffled these cards. We get the information that we're looking for, right? I will also give you the obstacles in this one too. So, please, Spirit, let us know, what obstacles and blocks do we have to this? Three of Wands, 10 of Wands, and Magician. Okay, 10 of Wands, again, too many burdens. You've picked up too many burdens, and you need to think about which ones should be put down. The Three of Wands says that this is a block or obstacle for you, because in order to step out forward and present yourself in to, let me try that again. In order to create the life that you want, the space, the environment that you want, you have to be aware of what it is. You need to be clear, you know, have the excitement that goes with that. But I don't think, because you have so many burdens, it looks to me like you haven't been able to pick one and just wait. You know, put that prayer out, put that manifestation out, and then be patient, because it will come in. And the Magician, you don't see that you have everything you need to love yourself. You don't have to be a certain way to be lovable. We are lovable by virtue of our beingness, because we exist, period. And that you've taken on too much, you're not taking care of yourself, and you are not moving forward, because you're kind of stuck in this place of not having made the choice, and maybe taken on too much rather than just picked one to focus on. Okay. What actions and advice do you have? Four of Swords, Five of Swords, and Nine of Wands, I believe. Okay, so the Four of Swords, it's really clear that you want to spend some time, like I said earlier, this is a card of meditation, reflection, self-reflection in particular. And it, you know, again, you're looking, because it's the swords, which is air and thinking, you want to take a look at, are there some thoughts that you have about yourself that are blocking your self-love? And it sounds like you have some expectations of yourself that get in the way, like you have to do X amount in order to be deserving, and you've taken on too much. You have a lot of these sneaky thoughts that really don't serve you, and that make you feel you kind of win, but is it winning if you are presenting one thing, let's say working towards self-love, and yet you still have these sneaky little freaking thoughts that come in to disrupt that. So you want to be aware of them, and you're going to cut them away. Whatever does not involve self-love needs to be cut away. And the Nine of Wands is really about being resilient, persevering. Like you're tired, you know, you've taken on all these burdens, but you're almost there. You're so close. You're at number 9, wrapping up the cycle there. And so you really want to take a few minutes, take in some deep breaths, and it's okay. You're moving forward. no matter what. It's just that you're going to have to persevere as you keep going through all this and you love yourself more deeply. Okay, messages from higher self, please. King of Cups, Ace of Wands, and Two of Swords. Can I have one for Two of Swords, please? Two of Swords, please. Oi. Two of Swords, please. Thank you. Queen of Swords. Okay. All right. So the messages from the higher self. Be diplomatic. Be kind to yourself. The King of Cups is more balanced in that he is a more masculine nurturer, but he has mastered the thinking and the emotions so that he doesn't get overwhelmed with his emotions. You will receive an inspiration. You will receive a new start, a new opportunity to begin this path of self-love, this journey. There will be a point where you'll have some choices that you're stuck and you're having trouble moving forward. Again, this is blinded. Excuse me, this card is, the person is blinded. So they're not really looking closely. Whereas the Queen of Swords is saying, when you have choices, ask questions, be discerning. The Queen of Swords asks a lot of questions to get to the truth. So you may need to ask a lot of questions of yourself when you're doing this reflecting. Really get down to what's getting in your way. Usually they're beliefs you picked up in childhood, FYI. But you need to be discerning. You know, I mean, you wouldn't believe bullshit about someone else you loved. So why are you going to believe bullshit about yourself, right? No need. Okay, this is so nice. I really hope that this reading gives you some information to move forward on your path. And any questions or comments, leave them below. I'd love to know how this is resonating with you. Okay, guys, thank you very much for coming, and I'll see you next time.